found the lovely Anne-Marie's. Do you know what house doctoring is? Well, I'll talk you through a little bit of it. But basically, she comes in with houses that are difficult to sell, and she does a little bit of magic, and then the house is sold. What do you do? And it actually really, really works, because my parents' house was struggling to be sold, and I went and I took my learnings from Anne-Marie's, and I did a bit of aspiring lifestyle stuff over here and blanding out the walls over there, and the house sold, and I take full credit for it. They don't pay me a penny, but I remind them of it on a regular basis. So if you're thinking, well, if it works, then, why is it a myth? And the reason is because we live with it. It's not something that we just use for when we're selling our houses. We actually live in this whole mentality of thinking, oh, well, what will the potential buyer think? I couldn't possibly put up that wallpaper because somebody might not like it. What will they think about me? I can't knock that wall down, even though we desperately require the space, and the space on the other side is utterly void and completely useless. We desperately need it because the estate agent might come along and devalue the house. And that wouldn't be so bad if you're about to sell the house. It's just that we do that 5 years later as well. We suddenly recognise, 5 years I've been living like this. Hands up here, I absolutely did this. I did this, I still do it to a certain degree. It's terrible. What will they think? So I'll just quickly take you through what house doctoring is. Keep them bare, keep them magnolia. Nobody wants to make a judgment about bare magnolia. Oh, it makes it so much lighter and so much bigger. Take the carpet out. If it stinks, sure. But then she always suggested putting in this really vile, cheap, nasty carpet, which is a good job that they didn't scrape it on unless they get that little electric thing going on. She was not fond of pets. Pets smell, terrible things, get them out of the house. It's not something to live with though, is it? Pets are so good for you. And curb appeal, she really, really valued that kind of first impression that is made on a house. And I have to give her credit here. I think this is actually a really important one, not just for selling a house. Because first impressions do count. It's like when you go for that interview and you walk in and before you shake the hand, before you mention any single bullet point on your CV, the person who's interviewing you has already judged whether you fit in with the culture. They have a very, very good idea of whether you're going to belong. So first impressions do count. And you might be thinking, well, I'm not really bothered about what other people think about my house. It's my house, and, they can back off because, the Jehovah's Witness, the postman, the best friend even who turns up at the front door, who are judging you, and not only what your house is like, but they think they know what your life is like on the inside. And you might think, well, they can do whatever they want to. But personally, I think it's actually something that we do to ourselves every day. It's actually relevant to us who live in there every single day.